Joan Jeffries as Marion Kirby, the ghostess with the mostess. Robert Sterling as George Kirby, that most sportive spirit. And Leo G. Carroll, host to said ghosts, as Topper.
Don't put too many green ones together, Marion.
This is red and blue. You must be colorblind.
Another one here, so.
And one over here, so.
Another one here, so.
And one over here. There, Topper, how does that look?
Hang it a little to the left.
No good. A little more to the right.
I wish you three would get together. Hand me up some more of those.
Topper, darling, do you realize this is our first Christmas since we started haunting your house?
Yes. I suppose one can get used to anything, even ghosts.
Neil, stop eating the decorations. Good boy.
Now some icicles.
Okay.
Cosmo?
Cosmo, how do you do that?
Oh, it's the tree, dear. Spruce, you know. They have magnetic branches. How does it look?
Oh, it looks lovely, dear. Cosmo? Who are Mary and George and Neil?
Why, everybody knows that.
Oh, they're at the bank, dear. People who work at the bank.
What does Neil do at the bank?
Foreign exchange. He swaps bones with French poodles.
Why don't you take them to the bank and leave them there?
Oh, well, they're to be called for.
I say, why don't we call for ours now, Topper?
Not until midnight.
I wasn't going to open it. That must be Dr. Lang and Thelma.
If it is, their voices are changing.
Oh, wait for us, Topper. We'll go with you. I just love Christmas carols.
Mister, could you spare a few pennies for a poor boy that's got to support his mom and pop?
Certainly, my boy. Poor boy, nothing.
Why, it's that awful little Timmy Welch. What's he doing here?
Stealing from the poor to give to the rich.
You know, I ought to take you over my knee.
Oh, Topper, let him go.
Yeah, after all, it's almost Christmas, Top.
That makes it even worse. All right, here you are. Off with you.
Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas.
What?
You didn't wish him a Merry Christmas, Top.
Oh, what a dinner. What a dinner. I'm sure I won't be able to eat again until next Christmas.
You ought to try Thelma's cooking, Doctor. She's a wonderful cook. Oh, I'm not really.
Steady there. Don't burn him.
Just inflate it.
Cosmo, dear, would you call Katie? I know she'd like to be here for the reading.
Reading? Did somebody die?
Don't you remember? We did.
Every year, Cosmo reads selections from A Christmas Carol by Dickens. And then we open our presents.
I'd rather have selections from our presents.
And then get the Dickens.
Oh, Katie, I've been complaining about your cooking. I've put on at least 10 pounds.
Thank you, sir. I've never heard the Christmas Carol.
Topper, maybe stay too.
Don't interrupt.
Why should Katie interrupt?
I didn't mean deliberately. I meant just in case you suddenly have to cook something or something.
Oh, Topper has such a dry sense of humor.
With Thelma on, it's a good thing something's dry.
Well, shall we get started?
By all means.
Neil, Papa's going to start reading.
But don't interrupt.
Oh, but he was a tight-fisted old hand at the grindstone, Scrooge.
Scrooge is a mean old man who owns a sort of bank, and he has a clerk named Bob Cratchit.
Bob Cratchit's so patient and kind. I just love him.
Don't interrupt, Cosmo, Thelma. And Mr. Cratchit has a wife and a little boy, and Scrooge is just awful to him.
She's seen the picture.
Well, Cosmo, we're all waiting.
Yes, so am I, dear. Oh, but he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, Scrooge. A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covetous old sinner.
Say, do you suppose Dickens used Hopper as a model for Scrooge?
Well, they're not at all alike. Scrooge was much nicer.
Hard and sharp as flint, from which no steel had ever struck out generous fire. Secret and self-contained, and solitary as an oyster.
Oh, Cosmo, don't read that part. Read the part about the ghosts.
Oh, goody, George, they're going to read about ghosts.
Anybody we know?
Here we are. When Scrooge awoke, it was so dark.
Scrooge has been warned that at midnight he's going to meet 3 ghosts. The ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas future.
Hey, it's going to be like old home week around here.
Can't you find the place, dear?
Yes, dear, I have found it. When Scrooge awoke, it was so dark
Oh,
that...
Cosmo, you've read that already. He's so absent-minded.
Henrietta, I've got a wonderful idea. Why don't you read it?
But you've always read it.
That's precisely it, dear. Just for once, I'd like to hear it.
Go on, Henrietta.
Well, if you all insist.
I didn't insist.
I didn't insist either. Neil, did you insist?
No.
When Scrooge awoke, it was so dark.
Scrooge. Scrooge. She's talking about you.
Cosmo Scrooge.
Cosmo, how can I read when you keep shushing me? That looking out of bed, he could scarcely distinguish the transparent window from the opaque walls of his chamber.
Oh, the darling's asleep.
He was endeavoring to pierce the darkness with his ferret eyes. You see, Katie, Scrooge was as mean and avaricious as a ferret. He couldn't shake the shackles of greed from his soul. He was bound and chained by his lust for money.
He's a mean man, Cosmo Scrooge.
That he is. He is that.
He's coming.
Where's my clerk, Bob Cratchit?
You locked him in a vault, sir, for saying Merry Christmas to a depositor.
Oh, yeah, so I did. Yeah, so I should have. Well, you can let him out now.
Very good, sir.
I suppose you'll be wanting tomorrow off, too.
Well, yes, sir, if it's not inconvenient, sir.
It is inconvenient. Deuced inconvenient.
Yeah, but it's Christmas, you know, sir.
Yes, I know that. I've been depressed for weeks just thinking about it. And you, sir. Come in. Out of the way, sir. Don't skulk, sir. Can't abide skulking.
You sent for me, sir?
Yes, Cratchit. I trust you're sorry for what you did.
Christmas comes but once a year, sir.
I wish I'd said that.
What? What's that you got in your pockets?
Oh, just some money, sir. There was so much lying in the vault, I thought you wouldn't mind my taking a little.
Oh, did you not, Cratchit? Did you not? Well, I do mind. I mind very much.
But I was going to give it back, sir. I just wanted to show it to my wife and our little son, Tiny Tim, as a Christmas cheer. You see, sir, they've never seen any money.
Well, they're not going to see my money. Cratchit, you're fired. Hand in your visor.
Thank you, sir.
It's inhuman.
That it is. It is that.
Out. All of you. All of you. Out of it. Go to your squalid home. Spend your pennies on riotous living, but don't come to me for help. Humbug. I'll teach them how to spend Christmas.
The moment Scrooge's hand was on the lock, a strange voice called him by his name and bade him enter. He obeyed. It was his own room. There was no doubt about that. But it had undergone a surprising transformation.
Who are you? I'm your conscience. Scrooge, aren't you ashamed of yourself? No, of course not. And go away. I want to be alone. There'll be no sleep for you tonight, Cosmo Scrooge. You're going to have visitors. Never have any visitors. Don't like people. That's why I live alone. Nevertheless, on the stroke of midnight, you'll be visited in turn by 3 ghosts. I don't like ghosts either. Knew 3 of them once. Shiftless lot. Pay heed to them, Cosmo Scrooge. They may help you to mend your ways. Not if they're like George and Marion, they won't.
Cosmo. Evening, dear. Have a nice day at the bank. Discharge anyone?
What are you doing here?
Why, Cosmo, where else should I be? I'm your wife.
Scrooge hasn't got a wife. You must be in the wrong book. Try Oliver Twist.
Well, I must say, I never expected to be talked to like this. And after all I put up with, why, this is the only dress I've had in 25 years.
Yeah, I want to speak to you about that. You haven't stained it, have you?
No.
Good, because I'm returning it. Only got it on approval.
Oh, you are a heartless fiend. You really are, Cosmo, dear. Oh, Katie the cook. How nice you look.
Thank you, Mum. And now I'll be going to Bob Cratchit's for Christmas dinner.
Who's this? Who are all these people?
Cosmo, it's Katie the cook.
I haven't got a cook. Try David Copperfield. Try Taylor Two Cities. Try Cookbook. Only go away.
Well, I like that. And after working myself to the bone and not getting 1 cent for it. Not 1 cent.
I meant to speak to you about that. As of Christmas, I'm cutting your salary.
He is despicable, isn't he, Katie? You can't cut my salary, Mr. Scrooge. First, there's no salary to cut. And second, I quit.
Cosmo, I think you may have hurt her feelings. Katie! Katie the cook! Come back! Katie! Katie the cook!
Sorry to be late, but the traffic was simply dreadful. Everyone hurrying to Earth for the holidays.
Marion Kirby. What are you dressed like that for?
I am not Marion Kirby, and I think I look simply ravishing.
You sound like Marion Kirby, too.
I do not. I am the spirit of Christmas past, and I have come to fetch you and take you back.
Oh.
Back.
I don't want to go back.
Now, don't be disagreeable, Scrooge, darling, because you're coming whether you like it or not.
Well, where are you taking me?
Back to Christmas Eve 25 years ago. Hold my hand. Oh, darling, you are going to hate this.
And so the ghost of Christmas past took Scrooge by the hand and led him back 25 years to a scene of his youth.
I hate to go out Christmas Eve. Everything is always so crowded.
Now, who's that?
Cosmo, you're the cat's pajamas.
So's your old man. It's Henrietta. It's me.
Oh, you were quite a masher in those days.
Oh, Cosmo, you're the berry.
So's your old man.
Quite a conversationalist, too.
Cosmo, wouldn't it be the berry that we could be together like this always?
It's just the way we're going to be. Once we're married, they'll have to split us apart with a meat cleaver.
Oh, Cosmo, you're so poetic.
So's your old man.
I'd like to meet her old man.
I wish Father loved you the way I do.
Oh, don't worry about him. We'll never have any real money, but we'll be happy.
I don't care about the money. All I want is you.
Say, I got a wonderful idea. Why don't we elope?
That's terrific. Oh, Cos, you're the cat's whiskers.
Take me away before he says it again. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Kiss me, kid.
He fooled you. That's good.
So's your old man. Can't we go? Can't we go now?
Wait. Oh, Cosmo Scrooge, how could you do that to me?
Well, my dear, you seem to be enjoying it well enough.
You know very well what I mean. Don't be evasive. What happened to all those promises you made me?
Well, my dear, I kept them, didn't I?
Kept them.
You heard what he said.
You promised that after we were married, we'd be together always.
Well, you see...
Every day you leave me to go to the bank, and sometimes even on Sunday to play golf. And what about the money? What about that?
Well,
You promised we'd never see any real money. What do you call this? What do you call that? And that isn't all.
I can't bear it. Take me away. Take me away.
I told you would hate it.
Why, you even promised to elope with me, and then what did you do?
Why,
You made up with my parents, and we had a church wedding with over 200 people.
Oh, Topper, you cad, you heel, you bounder.
Henrietta, if I can make it up to you, I'll give up my position at the bank. I'll get rid of our money. I'll elope with you. I'll even give up golf.
It's too late, Cosmo. Too late. I'm too old.
So's your old man.
My life upon this globe is very brief, replied the ghost. It ends tonight. Tonight, cried Scrooge. Tonight, at midnight. Hark.
You'll have to get up earlier than that, old boy.
Oh, George, thank heaven.
George? I'm afraid you have me confused, old man. I'm not George. I'm the spirit of Christmas present. You can call me Christmas present for short.
Do I have to go out again?
Afraid so, Scrooge, old bean. Well, don't blame me. Blame Dickens.
But where are we going this time?
Going? Oh, yes, I have the address right here. Let's see, here we are. Bob Cratchit's.
What? I can't go there.
Don't worry, I'll get you in.
But his family, I just fired him.
They can't see you. They'll just talk about you.
Well, that's even worse.
Oh, come on, Scrooge. Don't be a fink.
What?
I must say, Mrs. Cratchit, you set a nice table.
As my Bob says, Christmas comes but once a year. We may be poor, Katie, but on Christmas we go whole hog.
I do wish that Mr. Scrooge were here to see all this. That old curmudgeon.
Huh? Thelma, what's he doing here? Huh? And now, Katie.
Thelma happens to be Mrs. Cratchit now. And Katie isn't your Katie anymore.
Well, it must be Thelma.
Oh, I wish Mr. Cratchit would come home.
Where is he?
Oh, he's out looking for Tiny Tim. He worries so about the boy. We both do.
Good thing I fired him. Don't like people to worry.
Why, what's the matter with Tiny Tim? Is he sick?
Oh, no, he's well enough. It's just that he's sort of taken Mr. Scrooge as his ideal. Wants to grow up just like him.
You hear that, Christmas present?
That I did.
Oh, Mrs. Cratchit, you don't want him to grow up like that.
You mind your own affairs.
We've tried talking the boy out of it, but it's of no use. Mr. Scrooge is successful, and he's determined to be successful, too.
Oh, sounds like a fine, healthy, intelligent child. So he wants to grow up like me, does he?
Maybe if he's fortunate, he won't grow up at all.
Mrs. Cratchit, where are you?
Oh, he always asks the same thing. And this is the only room in the house.
Well, my dear. Well, Katie.
Glad to see you, sir. And how is everything down at the bank?
Fine. Splendid.
Not paying, they're not. Why doesn't he tell them the truth, huh?
Because he doesn't want to spoil their Christmas.
Well, perhaps I was a bit hasty. I may take him back to cut in salary.
Couldn't you find Tiny Tim?
No, my dear, and I looked everywhere. Mother, you don't suppose the boy's lost?
For good, you mean?
Why, they're monsters, wanting to lose their own child. And you call me inhuman. Huh?
Wait.
Oh, he's back.
Well, you can't have everything.
Seems like a manly little chap.
Tiny Tim, what is it?
A great big ugly man slapped me.
And what had you done to him?
I didn't do nothing.
Well, of course he didn't. I wish I could get a look at the sturdy little lad.
Don't press your luck.
Come now, Tiny Tim. You must have done something.
All I did was put my hand in his pocket.
Where have I heard that voice? Huh?
Think, Scrooge. Think.
Why did you have your hand in his pocket?
My hand was cold. I didn't have no gloves. You never buy me nothing. You don't even feed me. You starved me something awful.
No, not him.
Manly little chap.
Stop that, Tiny Tim. Stop.
Try and knife me.
Shame on you. You should be ashamed talking to your father like that.
I'll go cook your head.
I'm not a bit like me. Never could be. The child's a fiend. He's a
Sturdy little lad.
What for Christmas Eve, I'd give you a good whelp.
Oh, don't touch me. I hate this place. I wish you'd give me away.
Who'd take you?
Mr. Scrooge would take me. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run off and live with Mr. Scrooge and grow up to be just like him.
No, not in my house. Christmas present, quick. Take me home before he gets there.
You two should get on very well together.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Better keep Tiny Tim out. Better keep him out.
This is the part where the ghost of Christmas future comes to take Scrooge and show him what he could be like if he just wouldn't be such a dirty dog.
Oh, go away. Leave me alone. I don't want to go out again. Go away. Stop that. Kneel down.
I'm not Neil.
You're not? You talk.
Of course I did. Why should you do all the talking?
Oh, who are you?
I'm the ghost of Christmas future. Up, Scrooge. Up, boy. Up.
No, I won't.
Bad man. Bad.
Cosmo, wake up.
Well,
It's almost midnight. Cosmo, what is it? What's the matter?
I've had the most terrible nightmare.
I bet he dreamed he was Scrooge.
Merry Christmas,
Pretty ribbon on it.
What's that?
Why, it's only some children singing, sir.
Katie, would you see who that is?
Wait, do you think you should?
You're not still asleep, are you, Cosmo?
Is Mr. Topper home?
No, close that door.
Is anything wrong, old man?
I felt a draft.
Well, Mr. Topper, I guess I shouldn't have done what I'd done before. I mean, letting you have it with that water pistol. So I brought you this.
Well, take off your coat, dear. Now, maybe we can find a present for you.
I use it for hitting cats.
Why, it's just what I wanted.
Cosmo, come look at your presents.
Topper, darling. Marry everything, darling.
W. Lupton, Bernard L. Schubert production. Produced by John W. Lupton. Starring Ann Jeffries, Robert Sterling, and Leo G. Carroll. Ann Jeffries as Marion Kirby, the ghostess with the mostess. Robert Sterling as George Kirby, that most sportive spirit. And Leo G. Carroll, host to said ghosts, as Topper.
Don't put too many green ones together, Marion.
This is red and blue. You must be colorblind.
Another one here, so.
And one over here, so.
Another one here, so.
And one over here. There, Topper, how does that look?
Hang it a little to the left.
No good. A little more to the right.
I wish you three would get together. Hand me up some more of those.
Topper, darling, do you realize this is our first Christmas since we started haunting your house?
Yes. I suppose one can get used to anything, even ghosts.
Neil, stop eating the decorations. Good boy.
Now some icicles.
Okay.
Cosmo? Cosmo, how do you do that?
Oh, it's the tree, dear. Spruce, you know. They have magnetic branches. How does it look?
Oh, it looks lovely, dear. Cosmo? Who are Mary and George and Neil?
Why, everybody knows that.
Oh,